Hey guys, I'm Pluto and welcome to the channel. Now, let's get straight into this. Tip number 1. At the start of the game, you want to get a rough idea of where you are on the map and then pick a starting point. Preferably contested zones such as the tower and fortresses, because there's always loot and chests scattered around. Though you'll find a lot of players always hunting there. If you're not feeling up to it or you're not comfortable enough, in fact you might be new to the game, then I suggest the single house estates or the villages as a starting point for you. Okay, moving on to the next tip. There are 4 types of rarity for weapons and armor, ranging from dark blue, which is common, uncommon, which is light blue, rarity, which is yellow, and then legendary, which is red. The higher the rarity, the more powerful it becomes. So for example, take the Great Sword of Haste. A uncommon Great Sword of Haste would do less damage than a legendary Great Sword of Haste. For pieces of gear, they provide more armor and damage depending on what abilities you've acquired. So moving on to the next tip, when in the heat of battle, you do want to make use of your stamina. What do I mean by this is, so if you're, for example, swinging a 200 axe that costs about 26 stamina per swing, only having 100 stamina available to use, then you're only going to get in 2 to 3 swings for that entirety that you have. So each swing really means the difference between losing and winning. Of course, this is only if it's like a pure melee battle. Jumping applies here too. In general, most people would jump in a PvP scenario, but in Apocalypse, stamina, when jumping, it does take stamina. So guys, I recommend not jumping unless you're feeling up to it. In Ashes of Creation Apocalypse, every weapon and every piece of armor has its own ability. Some can be better than others if utilized properly. As you can see guys, there are 8 Ashes of Creation Apocalypse armor abilities, each being unique in their own way. Some can be used to escape the enemy, scout, stealth, damage, and even more. Some of these abilities, if utilized correctly, can be exceedingly powerful. So what do I mean by this? So for example, you're playing a match. You're near the end of the match now. You're in the top 5 and you've acquired Catfall Boots and the Tome, both being legendary of course. Then with these 2, you're practically laughing as they're the winning condition for the end of the match. Or maybe you're the type of person who wants to sneak around and get people where they're not looking. Then you're looking to use invisibility and Bone Smasher preferably, or any other weapon and their all. That usually gets the job done. So in this part of the video guys, I'm going to show you or list you what I think from my own personal experience is the best comboed abilities for winning, or depending on what you want to do in the game. So for example, if you want to be pure melee combat, then I suggest getting the Great Sword of Haste if you can, plus Arcanic Power and Blink. You want to use Blink if you're near low health and you want to get away, and especially if you have a potion in use or you want to repair your armor. If you want to sneak around, be a bit stealthy, get the enemy when they're not looking, then you want to look for invisibility plus polymorph and any other weapon really, especially like melee weapons if you're trying to get them from behind the back and using their ult. Though I do recommend Bone Smasher as it's nice to use, especially with its ult ability, because they get hit, they're surprised, they're running, they don't know what they're doing. The whole ability of Bone Smasher is that as they're running, they're taking moderate damage. If you want to be more of a ranged type person in the Apocalypse game, from my experience, I suggest going Blink plus Polymorph. There aren't that many abilities that are good for people who are wanting just to use range purely. So another tip guys is to utilize your action bar. What do I mean by this is you can assign 1 action bar to hold a second piece of chest or boots. It can be used as backup armor regardless of its ability, although having a backup armor with a handy ability is even better. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. It has saved me from death so many times. Okay guys, that was the video. I hope you liked it. If you want more like it, then comment down below. If you like my content and want to see more videos, then hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and it'll let you know when I've uploaded new videos. Until next time guys, see ya.